Sue, for leading our worship this far. It did occur to me as we were kind of beginning that some of you may not know who Sue is. So in case you're kind of wondering, Sue is a student presbyter. In other words, she's just starting out on her journey into ministry, having candidated, and rather than go to college full-time, she's doing it the easy way, part-time. And one of the things that needs to happen with a student presbyter is they need to be connected with a link church, which can't be their home church. And so Sue has found her way here. And we're glad you're here. So good to have you with us and good to share with you in worship this morning. You will see Sue in the pulpit from time to time as we move forward over the next 3 years or so. What should I do then? What should I do then? Well, there's a question. And what we want to do is give you some time and space to ponder that. I mean, you may or may not be aware, but Bill Gates, who, as far as I am aware, is not a Christian, although I'm not quite sure what exactly that has to do with everything. But anyway, he gives away a considerable sum of money every year. That's been part of what he's done all his life. And so kind of, I wonder if he might challenge us this morning a little to think about, well, we might say, oh, well, he's got more than enough, so it doesn't matter so much for him. Maybe not. But perhaps the challenge we hear in John's message, in John's word to us today, is about that second coat that Sue was talking about. How can we take on board John's exhortation? What might be the thing that you need to do, can do, are being called to do? What might be the thing that I need to do, can do, might be being called to do today, now, in the week ahead, or into the future a little bit? So you might have noticed we left cards and pencils about the place. So what I'm going to invite you to do now is get your hands on a card and a pencil. Okay? So there are spares around. So has everyone got access to a card and a pencil? Or pen? Let me just encourage you right as we start. You're not going to be invited to stand up and tell everyone what you've written on your card, okay? So just to give you a little bit of relief, the idea is that what we would like you to do is just take a moment in the 4 or 5 minutes that are going to follow. We're going to be playing a song. The song is entitled Emmanuel, and that'll be played in a minute. And while that is playing, just quietly in the background, John, just spend some time listening to God and asking God, what should I do then? As I hear your challenge, your message to me this morning, your invitation to me this morning in the context of the gospel reading, it was if you've got 2 coats, give somebody else who hasn't got any one. Don't charge more than you need to the tax collectors, and don't use your influence and authority and power to the soldiers to extort people. Now, they might sound like kind of outrageous things, and they don't maybe apply to you and me. But just let yourself drift in and go a little deeper and say, what does apply to me? Where is the space that God could be inviting me to do something particular in the days and weeks that lie ahead? So, thank you, Rupert.